Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. Let's see what the cards have to say. This is so incredible. So if you watched the reading that I posted before this one, this card, you'll see that this card fell out. Well, it didn't fall out, no, it was at the bottom of the deck twice after I'd shuffled. And I noted how in that reading, this one, this card has, it feels like it has an energy and personality and like perseverance of its own, so that it's almost like the deck, the universe and the deck itself are trying to make this a very important message right now. And I'd said in that reading that I'm feeling into people who, now I no longer remember what I said, but it was, I mean, if I were to find it right now, there just feels to be a lot of people who are hopeless on waiting for their dreams to come true. They feel a little bit despondent and apathetic towards the things that they wanted coming in. I'm sure that I likely read for people who tend to seek videos and things like this for the sake of some kind of sign that things are happening and that the cog's moving, your dreams are going to come. And I'm sure that you've seen enough, even from me, telling you that something's happening, something amazing's coming, la 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 la. It's the truth. And it's, I think, very helpful. It might be helpful for you to remember infinity. To me, the infinity symbol itself, the experience of learning about the number and learning about the system that it sits in, and the symbol it is relative to that. This is essentially the experience of life and the universe. And not to get too metaphorical or dreamy, because this also feels like I'm feeling into people who are exhausted over issues that are very earth-based, very 3D, very real life. So all this metaphorical chat about spirituality, whatever else, feels a little bit far from the issue at hand, you know? I'm feeling into people wanting more money, people wanting more time to relax to themselves, people feeling a little bit detached from their process. You know, they've heard enough times people telling them, just wait it out, everything's coming, da 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 da. Like, you've really reached your edge. So this is that reading that I guess sits further than that, as like a extra, like another sign after the one that said you're close. You know, the sign, one sign that says you're close, the other says keep going, other says you're almost there, other says just a few more. So it's like this reading is that. Just in case you watched the last one where I said this is mentioned, and or you tend to watch these things looking for a kind of sign or hope that things are okay, you're on the right track, your dreams will come. They will, they will, they will. You're on the right track. All is well, everything's fine. You are acknowledged for the amount of energy that you've been putting into your journey so far. You know what you've done, you know the work you've done. And this is acknowledgement specifically for the kind of things that you haven't been able to speak about, that you honestly haven't even been able to describe. I'm feeling into a lot of darkness processed at this point in your journey, that is so deep within you, and it feels so like a lot. It feels so intense that it's something you really haven't even been able to describe or name within yourself. May cause a little bit of fogginess or confusion in that area of trying to understand exactly how you feel. All you know is you feel tired, and I get it. And shout out. This is also the card of Leo, the heart chakra expansion. To me, emotions, big emotions. So cry if you need to cry as much as you can. Really feel everything through. Be honest with yourself and how you feel through everything about how you feel. Don't try to lie. I can't unfeel this also feeling of like Because this is a very sensitive thing. That place within you, tapping into that place within you that pushes through. It's a very personal space, a very personal experience. And a lot of people aren't comfortable with the kind of intimacy and personalness that comes with that, facing the self. So they project and they lie. Have you ever seen a Leo lie? Have you ever seen a Leo that's like lying to themselves? Scary stuff. Scary. They can become very hateful towards the self, very violent and aggressive towards the self. And that aggression can express itself in the way they interact with other people. So watch out for that too. Very energetically potent time as I'm recording this, so this may be relevant for you whenever you're watching. But during energetically potent times, I always say to keep an eye out for other people projecting and unnecessary conflict and all of that. That's also been a very common energy if you've been watching the readings that I've been posting over the past few days. There was a lot to say about this one single card. That's pretty a lot. That's a lot. Whoa, we have the Tower in reverse. This is more. This again has to. This. Yeah, wait, hold on. Okay, quite a few things. So the first thing I got off the bat was avoidance. This frequency of avoidance feels very persistent, and it feels like I have to really warn against everybody watching, everybody tuning in. And if you can do that for people in your life, hold everybody accountable to truth, your own self. Now is not the time to be lying about anything, anything. Every single second you spend towards a lie or towards supporting a lie causes a kind of spiritual dissonance within you because your own inner soul, wherever wherever the life force of you comes from, knows the truth. But then you verbalize a lie, you're causing friction within your own energetic field. It's assault. It's personal assault. So traumatic, but it's true. You know what I mean? So be careful of that within yourself and within others. And then with further inspection, I'm receiving, I'm receiving, I'm receiving like, so it's big energy, but it feels, it, some, you know how sometimes when a big event, something very impactful happened, it goes, wah, it goes out. This feels like something that happens inside of you. But I don't know how to describe like what that might translate to, because everybody has their own personal experience with their emotions and how they feel and how they process things. But I'm getting like an internal chest explosion in terms of the way you feel and stuff. Someone feeling things in a totally new way. You have the Nine of Pentacles as well and beneath the deck. So I'm receiving the suggestion to try to practice breath work. Anything that can keep you present. It's just the breath is very helpful for me. And I believe there's some kind of science behind the way that every transfer of air that happens between the outside and the inside of your body charges your body up in some way, or it vitalizes your body. Every breath, every single breath you take counts. Now that I'm saying that, I'm sure you can hear me into the mic. But it's the truth, and it feels really good when you do it, and it really does help you process shadow work, just breathing. Yeah, I'm also receiving the opposite of a crisis. So whatever the opposite frequency is of something traumatic, in like a bad way, I'm getting something the opposite of that. Like the way a glimmer is a good part of your day versus how I've forgotten what the other word is for a bad part of your day, but yeah, something like that. Especially with the Nine of Pentacles, this is a really beautiful card of appreciating everything around you, coming into a new sense of awareness about how to appreciate things, like the sense of realizing something you love about someone you love that you didn't realize before. You know how expansive that feeling is when you fall more in love with someone you're already in love with. Yeah, I love that. I'm going to pull one more card and close it. Maybe clarification on what the Tower in reverse is about. Lots are trying to fall out, but nothing's clear. And once again, as I ask for one more card, more than I asked for comes out. We have the Two of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Yeah. Someone's really, 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 really fucking tired. Is having an internal awakening about the decisions that they need to make moving forward, about how to make themselves less tired, man. And there are ideas coming. And if they're not, then you should wait on them. Sit more with yourself. Like I said, more with your breath. There are many, it's not just about many options. There's a whole expansive horizon in which you can realize and grow more into that maybe you never realized before. That you are honestly too exhausted to notice. But I feel the universe is going to gift you with some kind of internal realization about how to be more, how to do more in life, just wait on it. And it really happens that it comes as a sudden idea. So you have to be open to thinking and feeling and, you have to be open to receive ideas. I saw somewhere that I feel like mentioning now that it's useful that if ever you want to call forth something, you could use water in the very simple sense of bathing with it or drinking it, praying over it, and then drinking it. I love to keep one by my bed and by the window of my room, as I've mentioned often in readings, very useful. Yeah, you have the Queen of Wands beneath the deck. As I mentioned, the process of doing rituals and all the witchy shit. I highly suggest you do that. Value the potency of your energy and your attention and your will to be able to control things, manifest, bring about new ideas and things you want out of your reality. It's a lot more simple than you think. I just want to see one more time. Yeah. I'm also seeing in a vision of a crisis. Like something really crazy could have happened, but someone with foresight and real strength, it may even be you, in which case, shout out to you. You're the problem solver. The person just, makes sure that everything works out. But you're probably really fucking tired of it. So if that's something you relate to, then consider changing, becoming someone who doesn't solve the problems all the time. Anyway, I'm going to close it there. Thank you so much for watching. All my love to you and all of us during this process. This is a very exhausting time, very strenuous on our energy. So please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to yourself and acknowledge yourself for the work you're doing. Yeah, I do, and so does the universe. Thank you. I'll see you in I'll see you in the next reading.